guys, welcome back to Math is Fun, and in today's video we'll be simplifying fractions. Now we're going to start with number 1. Let's say 5 out of 15. Now you're wondering, how are we supposed to simplify this? Well, we see how much times 5 can go into 15. So just say multiplication times 5, 1, 5, 5, 2, 10, 5 is 15. How much times you get to 50? If you 5 times 3 is 15, so that will be 3. And if you add 5 3 times, you get 15. So 5 into 5 goes 1 time. 5 into 15 goes 3 times. So it will be 1 out of 3 simplified. So let's erase the board and go on to the next one. Okay, so number 2, there was a delete sign but I never saw it, sorry about that. Number 2, let's say 2 out of 10. So first we're going to see how much times 2, that's the numerator, can go into 10. So 2 times what gives you 10? As I know in my head, 2 times 5 gives 10, 5 2 is 10, so 2 can go to itself. 2 into 2 goes 1 time, 2 into 10 goes 5 times, so that will be equal to 1 out of 5. Now let's do another example. Number 3. So, let me think about this. 10 out of 20. How much times can 10, the numerator, go into 20? 10 times what gives you 20? I will show you this trick. Anything times 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, well, I will put it in the description. 745. Now, sorry about that. So we have 10 out of 20. So I'm going to post a trick in the description. So I'm going to show you how to multiply fractions and divide fractions in my next video. So you have 10 out of 20. How many times 10 can go into 20? So I know if you times it by 2, it will be equal to 20. Because, example, you have 2. So, and you have 10. Wait, let me show you something much more easier. Now, you have 10. 10 times what gives you 20? Let me show you something. You don't have to multiply and get 2 0 0, 2 1 2. That's a long way. Well, I'm going to show you the easier way. So I have 10, and I know in my head is 2, so I'm just going to put 2 down. So you see this 0 right here? Just add it to this and get 20. So let me show you something now. You have 10 times what gives you 30. Now I know it's times 3 because you have, sorry about that, this thing is just giving me a headache. Now you have 3 and you have 10. You just take out the 0 out of 10 and just add it to 3. But in my next video, I'll explain it much more better. Now, as we are solving this question now, 10 out of 20 to a simplified, So how many times 10 can go into 20? I know that is 2 times. 10 into 10, 1. So it'll be equal to a half. Now let's do another example. So I'm gonna do that. I have 5 out of 10. In my head I know it's 1 over a half, but I want to explain it to you because I'm making this video so you can learn much more better. So you have 5 out of 10, right? So I have 5 out of 10. How much times can 5 go into 10? We know it's 2 times. 5 2 is 10. As you remember the example I showed you before, 10. No, we don't involve that in it. And now 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 10 goes 2 times. That will be equal to a half. Now, let me show you how I got that. So, I have 5 out of 10 in the corner. Now, how did I get it to simplify to a half? Well, let's find out. So, we have 5 out of 10. Now, you have 10 and 5. So everyone knows 5 can go into itself, but we want to know, can 5 go into 10? Well, it can. So 5. So we're going to say our 5 times. So we have 5, 10, 15, and 20. You can continue if you want, but I'm just explaining to you so you don't need to write it off anyways. So how much times did I multiply to get 10? So I'm going to count it. We have 1 and we have 2. We did it 2 times. So 5 into 5 goes 1 because 5 can go into itself. You have 5 apples. Let me do it the baby stage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We circle it by 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And let me continue with the 5 out of 10. And now, you know 5 into 5 can go 1 time now. So we're going to try 10. So we're going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to count 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just remember it says 5 because just say attached. Or just put together. And don't really put this in your book when you're working it out. If you want to, you can just do it. So realize it goes into it 2 times. So 5 into 10, 2 times. So that will be a half. Now we're going to explain 4 out of 8. So we have 4 out of 8. We know 4 into 4 goes 1 time and 4 into 8 goes 2 times, but we want to explain it to you. So we know everyone knows 4 into 4 can go into itself. That will be 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we circle the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we circle the other 4. Realize it's 2 times. But if you don't want to do it this way, I'll show you the other way. 4 out of 8. What other number can go into 4 without leaving a remainder and go into 8 without leaving a remainder? Remember, anything we do to the denominator, we do to the numerator. So, what number could you think of? 1? Yes, but we don't need to use that because we'll get the same answer. Look how. So, we have 4 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1. That will be 4 again. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1, 1, 1, 1. Same thing, but it can still be simplified. So, let's find. Can 2 go into it? Well, let's find out. So we have 4 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try 2. 1, 2. It goes into it 2 times. 2. Oh, now we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 4. But can it also be simplified? Because you got a half. So can we get it simplified again? Let's try. 2 out of 4. So we have 2 apples. We're using the number 2, so let's just use it again. Because if you use 1, we get the same answer. But let's just use the 2 again. So 2 can go into itself. That will be equal to 1. 2 into 2 goes 1 time. If you draw 2 apples and group it by 2, you get the same. So you have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You group it by 2. You got a half, the same answer. Now you finally see the concept of simplifying fractions, and I'll post this video in the description of my first video. I'm going to do another video of multiplying and dividing by units of 10, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, continue, okay? So just brace until I come back and teach you how to do that. So let's just wait.